Hi everybody, I'm Robert LaRocca. You know me. Today we're going to talk about adding lanes to our performances. If you'd like to skip ahead directly to the demo, just click that first link in the timeline. That'll get you right over there. This process turned out to be a lot simpler than I had expected. The lanes for the performances A, B, C, and D are very much just like an old-time 4-track recorder, but with a lot more options. In the future, we're going to be adding drums and textures and do all kinds of crazy stuff. This demo is simpler, but very cool. So it just gives us an opportunity to get our feet wet and have some fun along the way as well. If you enjoy the comedic value even in this video or anything about it, please add a like. If you like the content, definitely subscribe because there will be many more videos as we begin to unlock the true potential of this beautiful instrument. Thank you very much for watching, and let's get over to the demo. Welcome to the demo, and today we're going to look at how to add layers to a performance. We created, or we didn't create, I should say, I created a performance name. It's AJ10RD. Let me see if I can grab a pointer here. And I'll try to point from the left side since we're shooting from the right. So here we have AJ10RD. This is the one we're going to be editing today. We still have all the, whoopsies, up here. We still have a tutorial, all the init performances. And in order to create this AJ10RD title, we simply changed the name and wrote it like that, but it's essentially still the init performance. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and do some editing. First thing we remember about the init performance on the timing, if we go to the timing lane, we'll see that there is a start of A1. It starts at A1 and ends at A2. So we only need one step. So we're going to switch that to A1. We're going to turn off the repeats. Let's turn the speed down, and we can leave the crossfade. That's fine. Now remember also with the init performance, we have two steps. We only need one step. And that one step, we're going to change it from the sine wave. We will change that by selecting enter, remember? And these are all in the previous videos. If you don't remember, you can go back and check those out. They're all on one playlist, and you can look at how to name things, how to create presets. I mean, just the name part of it and everything, and how to get in here. Anyway, press enter. We'll press shift and the right arrow to bring us to the top of the menu again. Category is all. We are actually going to select, I don't know if there's a good way to do this so that you can see it, but we're going to select the keys category, press enter, and we're looking for organ distortion. Organ distortion. There it is right there, organ distortion. We'll press enter. And now we should have a nice organ sound now. Let's go ahead and add another layer. This is actually pretty simple. We're just going to press the B under layers here, under the heading of layers. We have four buttons. B, we're going to press that. The LED lights underneath the plastic button to show that we are now seeing this in the display window. And you can see at the top as well, it's labeled B, sample lane. So we're in the sample lane. So let's go ahead, and while we're in the sample lane on B, let's change this as well. We're going to use the same setting. We're going to go to keys, press enter, and we're looking for organ distortion. It's under the CSX, I think, something like that. CX 3, sorry. So there it is. Organ distortion, we want the same setting there. Let's go ahead and fix our timing. Now, if we can't remember, one of the cool things about editing like this is if you cannot remember what you did, you just simply jump over to A. You can take a look at what you did. Oh, okay, I shortened that, turned that off, and made that smaller. So then you can just go back here. Another thing we should really do is activate this layer, which I forgot to do. We just, oops, sorry, a little bit of. So we just, as always, shift and on, and now the layer is on. Okay, great. So we're in the timing lane. Let's do the same thing that we did to layer A. We'll decrease that by 1, so it's just 1. Turn off the repeats, turn the speed down. We'll go over to the sample. We only need 1. Again, we're just using the 1 sample. We don't need multiple lanes for that. We have it set to organ distortion. That's perfect. Now on this one, we're going to change the pitch. Again, we only need one step, but we're going to change the pitch on this one. And we're actually going to we're going to go from C. We have C and G to form that neutral chord. We're going to, instead of having the G above the C, we're just going to make it below the C down here. Just an octave lower. And let's see how many steps we go down, how many semitones. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5. We have to go down 5 semitones to get that. And now when we hit, now we have that without having to hit two keys. We just have it there. Okay, great. Everything's going pretty well so far. So let's move on to C, layer C, and let's do the same thing. And this time, let me not forget to activate that layer by hitting the shift button and turning it on. We'll see that there. Now on this one, we are going to change the pitch again, and let's change this to 2 octaves below whatever the reference pitch is. So that's 24 semitones. I won't annoy you by counting them all out, but it's 24 semitones. That's 2 octaves below. Let's go to the sample. We'll do the same thing again. We'll make the loop only 1 step long. We'll change the sine wave by going Enter, Shift right arrow. That will bring us to the top of the category. We're going to select keys. You probably can't see this anyway. I'll put in some photos if it doesn't look right. We're going to select keys, and then we're going to look for that organ distortion setting that we love. It sounds so good. Organ distortion under CX3. Enter. Great. And let's look at the timing. We'll just change this. Like I said, if we forgot, we just go over here, look at this. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. Come back over here, change this to match. Turn off the repeats and the speed. And now we have a nice thick organ sound. So, it's sounds familiar. Right? Anyway, so there we go. And then if we want to write it, we'll just hit Shift right. So this is a cool performance. Press right to overwrite. Shift right to save new. So we're going to press right to overwrite. Overwrite performance. Press Enter to confirm. Enter. Performance overwrite completed. So now we have, we can go through and let's look at a different one. All right, cool. This is a good sound. Now let's go back to AJ 10RD, and we still have that nice, All right, great. And that's pretty much the end of the demo. Next, we'll be looking at, now that we know how to add layers and how to write them into a performance, the next thing we'll probably do is something that's a little more textural. Maybe we'll put some drums in or whatever. I will figure that out. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.